Hey guys, I am back. How's everybody doing? It's been a pretty long time since I recorded a video, and I'm so sorry. I actually recorded one a couple weeks ago, and when I was watching it back, I started going into slow motion for whatever reason. My sound, because I recorded a sound audio or an audio, and that sounded just fine, but the video it was like, yeah, welcome, blah blah blah, and it was like, so I don't know what happened, but I am so sorry for the huge delay in a new episode. But here we are. Welcome to Blissful Banter. I'm Brian, and here's another episode. So I'm just going to kind of talk about anything and everything for right now. I don't have any list, any schedule, any outline, any notes. I'm just going to talk for a little bit. First things first, it is very hot outside. Earlier, around I'll say 4, I looked and it was 100 degrees, and the feels like is was 109 degrees. And I live in the Midwest in Nebraska, so I've been to Florida many times. My best friend lives in Florida, and I know their humidity is redonkulous. But our humidity gets pretty insane as well. So the humidity is just, ugh, you step out and it's just instant moisture and just, ugh, it's so gross. I know some friends that their air conditionings cannot keep up with how hot it is. And yeah, it's hot. It's supposed to be super hot today, which is Monday, June 24th. And it's supposed to be super hot tomorrow again. So, but we'll get past this jump and things will be fine, even though we're going to be in summer for another month and a half or so. But Nebraska gets very hot. I don't know if anybody who listens lives in Nebraska or knows how Nebraska weather can be just batshit crazy. So, second order of business, I recently listened to on Audible Atomic Habits by James Clear. I'm sure a lot of you have seen the book around in bookstores. I mean, it's at Walmart, it's at Target, and I listened to it on Audible, and it's really made me think about stuff and reanalyze, and really made me think about things I want to change and better myself and turn bad habits into good habits and develop good habits. And oh my god, my nose itched. But yeah, and it's really been resonating with me, and I finished it last week, and that's just what's on my mind almost in every decision I try to make. So one of my good habits I want to have is to do this podcast on a regular basis and gain a following and gain fans and gain listeners and just gain do what I like to do. This makes me happy. I think it's so fun, and I'm just excited to continue doing this and play around, even though I had a huge gap in last video, and I'm so sorry, but I will try and do better. I will do better. I will do better. Jeez, it's like something's tickling me. So there's that. This past weekend, I went to my mom's campsite on Saturday. Just stayed the day. I didn't stay the night or anything, and it was a good time. We had some good food. We got there around 10:30 a.m. I wanted to be there by 10, but whatever, you know. Uh, and she made us, so we make waffle breakfast sandwiches. So we take like Eggo waffles, butter them, pan sear them in a pan, and then just top them with egg and whatever meat you want and cheese, and they're just so good. They are so good. And she was in the middle of cooking that when I arrived, and I had some aunt and uncles that were over there in her camper, so I got to say hi to them and hang out for a bit. And we went on buggy rides, like golf cart rides, went down to the river. The Missouri River's close to where her campsite is, and it was high. I mean, we've had a lot of rain in Nebraska lately, and it still just keeps coming. But the river was very high, but it was just so peaceful and so serene and just beautiful, like backdrop, and just a fun time to go and ride out on a golf cart and just drive around the whole park, wave to people, say hi. It's a good time. Then we had a delicious dinner, grilled hamburgers. My mom and I made some potato salad and just a nice summer meal, and it was great. My dad has a site out there also, so he came out and mowed his little area because they like own the plot, so they're in charge of the mowing and keeping it up and all that. And he came over and Well, we went to say hi to him, and then he went down to the river with us. He came over back to my mom's and hung out for a bit, and just a nice time. And then Matt and I drove home and had some drinks for our Saturday night and ended up having a really nice, relaxing weekend. Sunday, we went out and ran some errands. I was going to look for the Atomic, or I did look for the Atomic Habits book at a local bookstore, half price books, and then I looked online at Barnes and Noble. They all had it. I'm actually looking for the workbook that goes with the book, but having, unless I look online, I think that's the only place I'm going to be able to get it. But I found what I wanted. I I was just got to thinking why I like to have the physical print, which I eventually will probably buy it, but why do I need to buy it when I have the Audible that I can just listen to whenever I want, you know? So, but I'll have the actual print one here at some point. But it is a great read. I recommend if anybody's going through stuff, need to make some life changes, just listen or read this book, and it's very helpful, and it's really opened my mind and really wanted me to change things and about myself and just be the best me I can be. And yeah, sorry. But yeah, so it's been a good week. Today was Monday, back to the work week. Good work day. Had a nice day. It wasn't very busy, which is always nice to start out on a Monday. You know, I'm sure I'll get pretty busy Tuesday and Wednesday, and then it'll die down on Thursday, Friday. But I am having my mom and my dad over on Saturday, next Saturday, for a grill out because we just got a grill, or Matt got a grill. And we're gonna have a grill out, have some drinks, just chill, relax, and I'm excited. Something to look forward to, and I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, oh, speaking of my mom's campsite prior, there is a dam. The Corps of Engineers released this dam up in Minnesota. I think I could be wrong. I didn't look this up. I remember this happening in 2018, and they release it and it like floods down. So that sucks. And they're releasing it again, like I think they already did, or they're doing it here in the next few days. And my mom's campsite got a warning that for flooding for that reason. And so my uncle has a spot out there as well, and he's closer to where the water is, so I think the flooding is going to affect their campsite. And they just bought this I think 2 years ago, and he's been remodeling the patio, and he's very good at all that stuff, and it looks so nice. And now they're supposed to get these freaking flood waters, and it's definitely probably going to hit them. When they did it though in 2018, there's a whole section of the park that used to have lots and campers on it, but there's nothing. It's just grass now because the flood just wiped it all out. Those campers were ruined, and it's just I don't know. They have their reasons, whatever, but I just don't see how they could just do that. Like, not just the campsite, like they're ruining people's properties and houses, and I've seen pictures, and it's just so sad. But so that's happening. Plus, with all the rain, that doesn't help either. So I'm hoping it's not too bad. My mom was planning on staying out there until Wednesday, but she and my uncle and my aunt, my uncle's wife, obviously, came back today, and just in case the floodwaters made it that they couldn't get out of the park, which I'm like, pretty good thinking right there. But so hopefully it doesn't ruin too much, affect too much, especially my uncle's property that is just he's just done such a beautiful job and worked so hard on it, and it looks great. So let's hope that is not the case because that's horrible. Other than that, what else? Oh, we went to Mystic Fest. I don't think I've done one since Mystic Fest. Sorry. Went to Mystic Fest. It was good. It wasn't as big as I thought it would be. Or I might have talked about some of this in the other video that went in slow mo. So let me recap some stuff. Mystic Fest was cool. It was in the same auditorium, just in a different section of the auditorium, and it was a lot smaller this year than it was last year. Last year it was pretty dang big, but it was pretty small this year. Still walked around and stuff. I mean, at the most we were probably there an hour. I really don't even think we were there an hour, but we were always go with, let's find something I like and buy it. But we found some things, but it's like, not really speaking to me, so I'm not gonna buy it. But it's close. We were in Council Bluffs at the Mid America Center for Mystic Fest, and then on our way back to Omaha, which it's not far, but we went and walked around downtown and did a little shopping downtown. And I don't know if people are, I know this freaks people out and stuff, but I love spooky things and all that. And I got a new Ouija board. I haven't played it yet. I haven't played a Ouija board in a very long time, but the one I have, I got it like Toys R Us for, or it doesn't even matter what price, but I was like, what, 16 maybe? But I got this cool Ouija board. Look at this. It's like stop sign shaped, and it has the planchette right here, but oh, it's so cool and it glows in the dark. And I'll take it out of the box at some point to show you guys. I already did to look at it, but yeah, I did some shopping downtown. I got this at the store called Ravens. It's Ashley's Ravens, whatever. It's a very cool store. The downstairs is kind of like the gothic, dark, witchy stuff, and the upstairs is just like the fun, lighter stuff. And they have like kitchen things. It has so much stuff. It's a really cool store. So if you're ever in downtown Omaha and you don't know about that store, go to it because it is awesome. And visit the upstairs and downstairs because I guarantee you'll find something you want. But yeah, we did some shopping, and Father's Day was last Sunday. Yeah, or not this, like not yesterday Sunday, but the Sunday before that. Spent some time with my dad. We went and had lunch at, oh, we had the Godfather's buffet, which Godfather's Pizza, I don't know if that's just local. I think it might be. I'm not sure. But we had Godfather's Pizza buffet, so good, and salad bar. And then I gave him a gift. My dad loves Menards, so I gave him a $25 gift card to Menards. I usually always do. And I found this really cool book downtown at the store called City Limits in here in Omaha. And it was a book that said, just like, these are the memories I remember most. And then you write it down. And these words make me think of you. And you write it down. And there's just so many pages. And the person filling it out for the person they're giving it to writes down whatever thing is prompting. And it was, I don't know how many pages it was, but it took me a bit to write stuff down in it. And but it was awesome. I just sat there and just thought and reminisced and just had stuff come to me and wrote it down, and I put it in a nice bag and gave it to him, and he really liked it. I was like, he got in my car because his car's having issues, so I drove that Sunday, and he opened it, and I was like, you can read it later, like you don't have to read it now. And he opened it up and saw that my handwriting. He's like, oh yeah, I'll read this later. And anyways, we went out and did our stuff, and we got home, and I felt like I wasn't home very long, but he texted me saying, I love the book. I thank you so much for what you said. It means so much, and blah blah blah. But it was really cool, and it was really fun to fill out. So shout out to City Limits there. They had a ton of other Father's Day stuff. Just a cool, very cool store with a lot of random, unique toys, cookbooks, and it was really cool. I love downtown Omaha. I recently, in the past few years, during the summer, I go to downtown Omaha a lot, and I just love it. Whoops. But yeah, so it's been a good past few weeks. Ran into some life things, but had to deal with some stuff in my head. But got past that, and that Atomic Habits book is really making me think about things and how I run my life and how I do things. So I'm gonna keep working on that. I recommend everybody listen to it on Audible or wherever you want to or can, or go get the book and read it. It is awesome. It'll really help. I think about it every day, and I'm still working on the things and that I want to fix, and just keep running through my brain the things that it said. And so yeah, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode. It's a little shorter. I just wanted to get something out there. I'm gonna get some more material made for other episodes, and I'm still kind of working on what my vibe is. If I want to have a specific schedule, or if I just want to come on and talk about whatever, and then when I have guests on, family members, whatever, friends, we just play some games, question games, whatever. So we're just vibing right now. We're gonna see how things go. I wanted to do this, and thank you for listening. Like, subscribe. I will eventually get this on platforms like Apple Podcasts, iHeart, Spotify. It's my other one that wasn't a video, that I did a video, but I could only get the audio for it, is on Podbean. I'm going to try to get that one out on other platforms as well so people can listen to it, and I can start getting this going for just audio onlys. But yeah, so I hope everybody has a great work week. Thank you so much for listening. Please keep coming back and stay blissful. Bye, guys.